Hello friends, welcome to Shorthand Academy. In this video we are going to write one dictation. It is a defense matter for CRPF stenographer exam 2023. Be ready. 10 seconds, 5 seconds, start. Jinping's desire to make China a global power may land him in trouble as the Communist Party can't rule without creating resentment. This will bring China to a dead end. China is a big country, a powerful state, but a nervous nation. Beijing is today able to rule far beyond its borders, a seemingly insignificant incident. During the World Cup semi final between France and Belgium in Moscow, a French man shared his photos holding a Tibetan flag. The activist was immediately arrested and kept in police custody and barred from entering the stadium for the final. He was probably unaware of the length of Beijing's arm. However, China's extended power is bound to create more and more problems for President Xi Jinping in the future. The Communist Party in Beijing can't rule the world without creating resentment all over. A commentator in the South China Morning Post pointed to a serious issue confronting the Middle Kingdom. China needs to heed overseas unease as it moves to global center stage. Observers are concerned over the growth of Chinese nationalist pride and influence abroad. The Hong Kong paper remarked China must be wary of nationalist pride and its visions of taking global center stage, triggering unease among its neighbors. In a new book, China's Change, the greatest show on earth, Yu Peimen, an old China watcher, questions: has China got it right? Ultimately, Peimen believes the Deng Xiaoping approach will continue to serve the country well, and as long as China keeps changing, it will find its way. That is probably where the fate of China will be decided. But can China change and become a state accepting the global rules of behavior? Unfortunately, during the past 5 years, China has changed, but for the worse, ignoring or antagonizing its own periphery as well as its neighborhood. The recent campaign to forcibly assimilate ethnic in order to erase nationalist sentiment and create an Islam with socialist characteristics is a case in point. James Dorsey, a senior fellow at the S. Rajaratnam with Socialist School of International Studies, Singapore, wrote that the move is bound to fail because it ignores lessons learnt not only from recent Chinese history but also the experience of others. Referring to the Belt and Road Initiative, Dorsey added, in what amounts to an attempt to square a circle, China is trying to reconcile the free flow of ideas inherent to open borders, trade, and travel, with an effort to fully control the hearts and minds of its population. At the same time, inside censorship shows that not all is under control. The South China Morning Post observed China's censors are scrambling to control the narrative about the trade war with the US by giving the media a list of do's and don'ts when reporting on the topic. Knowledgeable sources in the Chinese media told the newspaper that they had been told not to over report the trade war with US and be extremely careful about linking the trade war to stock market falls, the depreciation of the yuan, or economic weaknesses to avoid spreading panic. Is it possible to tightly manage everything and everyone? But presently, control is extremely well organized. According to China Scope, a first batch of graduate students recently received master's degrees in United Front studies at the Central Institute of Socialism in Shandong University, the Chinese Communist Party's training and education facility for its cadres. China Scope said since its launch in 2015, the program has recruited 38 doctoral and 50 master's degree students. The UF is an organization to carry out the party's revolutionary and political campaigns not only in the places like Tibet, Xinjiang, or Taiwan but also abroad. The UF was introduced during the 1970 Bolshevik Revolution as the soft hand of the party, according to the Jamestown Foundation. The United Front Work Department is the department of the CCP charged with consolidating support for party policies among non CCP members, including among individuals of Chinese descent overseas. It has long been a key, albeit well concealed, element of the CCP's foreign policy. The last issue of the China Brief of the Jamestown Foundation takes the case of Mongolia. Signified religion has a role to play in Xi's elevation of the UF into a foreign policy tool. It studied the case of the succession process. It is perceived as a challenge the CCP's neo imperial reincarnation management system, which will undergo a major test when it comes to the selection of the next Dalai Lama reincarnation. It is the equivalent of the Dalai Lama in Mongolia. The study shows that some unreported events in Mongolia reveal attempts to cultivate senior lamas and exploit internal divisions to counter Dharmsala's influence and earn global Buddhist disclosure power. Chinese organizations would like to compete with India for the lead of the Buddhist movement worldwide. So, this was the dictation. Do comment for any suggestion or advice, and for getting more information or contacting with me, do join my WhatsApp channel. That is, the links will be given in the description. Thanks for watching.